Hello everybody, I'm Ard, and today we're here to talk about mental health and creating, and this is a talk for both creators and their audiences. I think there's some pretty big misconceptions on both sides of the fence regarding creating YouTube content, and this came about from talking to Threefold before he quit YouTube. If you don't know who Threefold is despite finding my videos, just how? Go look him up, he's delightful. There'll be a link in the description. Anyhow, while I can't really claim to be his friend, I did reach out to him when he started going through his burnout on his GregTech New Horizons series, because I'd recently hit a similar but less severe wall while doing my Glacial Awakening series, and I thought we had some things we could talk about that might help. During that, and after I talked to a few other creators over the last couple months, it's led me to some conclusions that I think some creators and their audiences just miss. First, a lot of creators tend to either follow a very rigid release schedule, like me, or else just jam out content as fast as they can. Both of these usually come from the creator thinking their audience wants the content out as fast as possible. Gotta get that new stuff out for them, right? Except the reality is your audience, if they're actually invested in you as a creator, they want what's good for you. You're actually, in a lot of cases, just chasing the YouTube algorithm and constant growth. I can't speak for everyone, but your audience would generally prefer you not burn out in the first place chasing that though. And instead, do what makes you happy, which has a side effect of making you a better content creator. There have been a bunch of high-profile cases of burnout like this in the Minecraft creator community lately, especially around Hermitcraft, or at least they're the most visible ones. And people realizing they just need or want to chase a new dream. Exuma with his music, Iskall with creating Vault Hunters, Mumble with just traveling the world. Understand that it's okay to take breaks and find new passions and revitalize yourself. It turns out better for everyone in the end, even if it means walking away from YouTube. Your audience will still have your back even then. Second, talk to other creators. And I know that one can be a scary thing because a lot of creators come into this completely self-taught with all the anxieties that come with worrying about how others will judge you. This village right here was part of a series I did very early on where I was teaching myself to become a better builder. I thought I did a good job at the time. The videos got almost no views, and walking around it today, I'm cringing hard. There's so much of it I changed from given how I make things nowadays, and it hasn't even been that long. But that's just how growth works. Try to understand that most creators feel the same way, and just hearing it from somebody else can be a huge weight off your shoulders. A lot of them, frankly, will just be happy to have someone else to talk to that does the same things as you. So Matt, I'm talking to you, bud. You've helped keep me on track and keep my head on straight the past year, and I'm just glad you reached out to me when you did. Thank you very much. The other moment that did it for me when I was in the darkest places doing Glacial Awakening was listening to Impulse of Hermitcraft and Skiz's podcast that they started like a year ago, where they occasionally talk about creating content, and just hearing about the difficulties of doing it full-time or doing it part-time in Skiz's case, how hard it can be to either stay at a job or the fear of leaving it to chase that dream, and the loneliness of not having anyone to talk to who does what you do. There'll be a link to that podcast in the description here also because of how helpful it was to me personally just to hear them talk about it. They frankly deserve to grow more. Third, and this is a hard one for me because I'm ludicrously bad at it. Creators, try to ignore your analytics, or at least as a metric for what you're doing well on. I know it can be really hard, especially as a small channel, to not judge yourself based on the numbers you're seeing. There are so many variables with that, and it can pretty much only cause anxiety. Are your numbers low because you're bad? Or because YouTube hasn't pushed you to the right audience? Why is someone else growing leaps and bounds faster than I am? Why is someone else getting tons of comments when I'm getting none? Why did someone else's video on the same topic explode virally while my earlier one got 15 views? You get the idea. The better solution is just to ask your audience or other creators for direct feedback. It might take some time to get some answers, but you know they're at least coming from people that actually watched your content. Most progress in YouTube comes from time, practice, luck, and persistence, but all that together can bundle up into a bad case of burnout. Try to get feedback from others before then so that you can actually progress. Lastly, and this is more general advice than anything, but treat each other with kindness. To those in the audience, you only ever get to know what about the creator that they're willing to show you. You don't know if they're old or young, doing this full-time or part-time, if they have kids or a career eating up their free time. If you find yourself reacting to someone's video, understand that you're reacting to whatever frame of mind they were in when they filmed it, possibly years ago, and not who they are in the moment when they read your comment. All of this can have an impact on someone in the now. Creator, audience, or a random person on the street. Try to think about the impact you might have before you lash out. Get feedback that's useful, not just complaints. Give compliments. Try to help. A lot of people on this platform are learning how to do this as they go, and it's helpful to remember that. Anyhow, I hope that this helps some of you, or at least is a reminder that you're not in this alone. You're never alone. As always, I'm Ard. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.